on the moral imperative of critical thinking nurturance and development. What we refer to as equilibrium is really a constant state of polarized flux. Or, stated another way, there is no such thing as chaos, rather, a state of invariable transition from one phase or state to the next. To use a metaphor, what human beings undergoing daily self-examination, growth, and learning often experience can be quite frightening and painful when both exoteric and esoteric states of consciousness are misapprehended as anomaly or pathology. Indeed, this is no wonder, as steeped as Western culture has become in the Cartesian model of analysis, practiced by both the hard and soft sciences, and the so-called layman in general. Furthermore, human beings are, by nature, both complex and fragile creatures, and this by extension also makes us both hyper-rational and irrational. Indeed, even when we claim to be rationalizing, as we say, a certain cognition and or behavior, we are using anything but pure logical induction and or deduction, antiquatedly referred to as reason, to arrive at our conclusions. So why is this subject so important? Clearer thinking is imperative because it is the cornerstone of all moral and ethical edifices, and hence a better world for all, as within, so without. That is to say, a genuine seeker of truth and justice will always follow suit with a refinement of their own critical thinking faculties. They do this knowing that if they improve their own understanding of themselves, others, and the world at large, they will be much more capable of making pro-social decisions both for themselves and, by ontologically organic extension, others. This is why so many oppressive regimes militantly suppress any attempts by its subjects to elevate themselves or to refine their reasoning faculties. And this tactic of dominance and subjugation is at work in all forms of so-called government, including many democracies. It is merely manifested and machinated in either more overt and or covert forms. For truly, concepts such as we the people are, in and of themselves, subversive instruments, which seek to deny and suppress the cold hard fact of individual accountability. The only thing that truly exists or is substantive is every individual's choice to adhere to acts of harm or acts of help, and a choice to embrace inaction and chronic indifference is also a choice of action. Thus, we can conclude that intellectual refinement is absolutely essential for the continuing betterment of humanity, both individually and collectively. And while there will always be certain elements positioning themselves as the arch-enemy of such pursuits and intents, for those who choose the side of continued growth and learning, be encouraged by the mire of anti-intellectualism in which you will find yourself. It means that you just may be truly on to something.